Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is your love energy update. Now, Taurus, I'm a little bit worried about my sister sign at this time. I'm worried about y'all. It feels like for many of you, your love energy is in a very unstable spot, and it feels like you're caught up in some type of an emotional storm. And I feel like for many of you, you are in a commitment that you did not necessarily want, all right? And I can see that you are feeling a little bit anxious here. You may be thinking of leaving the connection that you are in. I can see that this connection was a little bit of a distraction for you, but it hasn't been working out. I feel like this connection has come with a lot of twists and turns, and it has had some really unexpected trouble, okay? I can sense that there is deception or dishonesty in the connection that you are currently in. Now, it feels like, I'm just going to say it, Taurus, there's somebody else here. We see commitment and we see resistance. It feels like there's somebody that you really care about here, that you are suppressing the feelings that you have for them. I feel like you're making moves on the connection you're currently at, especially with finality. It's like you have seen and heard enough from the person you are with. It is time that you start to plan your escape now. So let's dive deeper here. I'm Caroline, the Moon Mountain Mystic. This is my one and only account. I will never reach out to you, but if you would like a reading with me, hit up my inbox. All right, let's see what's going on here, Taurus. Tell us about this dishonesty or deception. I feel like you may have gotten some shocking news. Wow. We see the moon popping out here first. It's like whatever was happening in the dark corners of this connection, it has come out in the light. Not only do we see the moon, but we see the world. It feels like you have hit your breaking point when it comes to the connection that you were in. On the bottom of my deck, we do see the devil. So there was some negativity and toxicity in this connection, okay? And it feels like you have no choice but to put yourself first and escape. It feels like you tried to put boundaries on this person, especially if this was a codependent relationship and they were not having it, okay? Major Capricorn and Pisces energy here. Tell us about this suppressed feelings. What are these suppressed feelings? Wow. It feels like you had a relationship in which you didn't give, or a time did not allow things to be worked out in this situation, okay? And it feels like for many of you, you may still be in love with this person and you are suppressing the feelings here. I feel like for many of you, you wish to just rush back into that connection. However, I can see things have been fractured in a way that they would not be easily repaired. They may never be able to be repaired here with the Tower. When we see that Tower card, we know that that connection was built on an unsteady foundation, a foundation with many cracks. And so it was destiny that that Tower was to come down, okay? Now I feel like a lot of you, Taurus, are on the move or you are about to. So let's check in with that. Why do we see running here? What is the Taurus running from? Because I feel like if I know one thing about Taurus, you stand your ground. That's how bad things have had to be in this connection for you to actually be like, you know what? Enough, okay? And I can see that this person certainly did have you caught up in your feelings and caught up in an uncomfortable situation here. And it's like, yeah, you got to get on the move. I feel like many of you, you have the courage, but now you're just trying to button down a solid plan to depart this connection here. Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of my deck. And we also see the Empress. It feels like you're not just running away, you're moving towards something else here. Give us an outcome for the Taurus. I feel like the connection that you're in currently, while it lasted, it was a good distraction, but it also really got you sidetracked off of what you really want. Okay, and I feel like that's part of why you're so uncomfortable at this time. Listen, Taurus, right now is a time to not try to jump into something else. Don't spread the distractions even further here. Now is a time to really start to try to understand yourself. We see the devil coming out in this reading again, and it feels like there are toxic attachments on you at this time. You can be free now, but you have to identify what is going on, what you are chained here to, so you can start to unravel the connection. All right. I feel like right now is a time for you to just really be focusing on yourself in a big way. I can see it's like you don't need to have anyone mixed up in this situation. All you really need is to come to an understanding of yourself. This past relationship, it has taken enough of a toll on you. And right now, no one needs you more than you need yourself. I can see that if you try to rush or force anything, you will be rejected, okay? I see the 4 of Cups here. It feels like, and I say this with love, stay in your own lane, okay, Taurus? You don't want to be making love offers to situations in which they're unrequited. So make sure that you're focusing on you. Make sure that you're learning how to fill your own cup here, Taurus, all right? It feels like if you center yourself here, you could successfully move on into the future. Your love energy would be released and you would be opened up to many more possibilities. But right now it's like, yeah, you got to focus on yourself. You got to be a little bit selfish here. Something in this situation needs to be sacrificed. Are you going to sacrifice your own well-being to continue to please other people? Or are you going to choose a path of healing that inevitably you will be pleasing yourself?